Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Growing Tropicals in UK. Today I would like to introduce you all to my Jujube collection. This is a voiceover video because I've been meaning to do this introduction to my Jujube collection since June, and I've got some clips from June and some from July and some from today. So what I've done is put them all together and try and see if I could make a little video out of all of them together. Right, so in total I have 6 Jujube plants. I did have 8, but 2 died unfortunately. I will show you guys my Jujube plant, my tropical one that gave me some nice sweet fruits last year. So this is my tropical Jujube that flowered and fruited for me last year. Unfortunately, it didn't make it through the winter time. So going back to the plants that I do have, this is plant number 1 of 6. This is the Jujube Lee. I think it's Lee and not Lai. So let's just stick with Lee. This plant I bought from Jurassics about 18 months ago. And would you guys believe it? Last year when it was 6 months old, it started flowering for me. I was really shocked. I was showing to Peter as well. We were both shocked actually. I contacted Jurassic and they said to me, it is rare, but it can happen. These plants, Jurassic's Jujubes, are tissue cultured. I don't think it flowered due to the fact that it was tissue cultured, because when I googled, it says that some people have had flowers from seed grown Jujube in the first year too. What Jurassic did say to me is that not to expect any fruits till its 3rd year now. I was just happy to see the flowers, to be fair. And then this year now, 2nd growing season, and at 18 months old, it flowered for me again, as you guys can see. As per Jurassic, it didn't set any fruits, and next year will be the 3rd year, and I'm hoping that I might be able to see some fruits next year on it. The plant is still in a 4-litre pot. I think it's about time that I move it into a bigger pot and let that grow. So this clip is from June. Let's have a look to see what it looks like in August, a month after. The plant carried on growing nicely, and all the little side thin branches now will fall off in winter time, and the 2 main thick branches that you can see there, that is the growth, the main body that will remain over winter time and grow back for me next year. So next year, fingers crossed, Jujube Lee will be giving me some fruits at 2.5 years old. I will let you guys know next year what happens. Now let's move on to see our next plant. Plant number 2 of 6 is another plant from Jurassic. This plant arrived to me same time as the Jujube Lee did, which is 18 months ago. Jujube Lee was about 10 centimeters tall. This one was around about 7-8 centimeters, much smaller and a little bit thinner plant than the Jujube Lee. This is the Jujube Dong. They both are 18 months old. However, this one did not flower like the Jujube Lee did. I don't mind that. The plant is still growing nice and healthy, a really good size for an 18-month-old Jujube from tissue culture. Both are in 3-litre pots here. I think I should be transplanting both of the plants into a bigger pot. I'm hopeful that even though it hasn't flowered for me at 18 months old, I'm hoping that Jujube Dong may flower for me next season when it will be about 2.5 years old, 3rd growing season. I will keep you guys up to date with it next year and how these ones go. I'm hopeful that these are going to do really well for me and give me some Jujubes for me to taste, the cold hardy ones that is. Now let's move on to the next plant. Plant number 3 of 6 is this tall lanky plant. It has no name, just a Jujube, hardy Jujube. I received similar time to my Jujube Lee and Dong. I received it around about 12 feet, and now, as you can see, it's gone to the first floor window there. It's about 15 feet tall. It did flower for me the first year I had it last year, and it did not set any fruits for me. I didn't do any kind of hand pollination last year. However, this year I did hand pollinate and still no fruit set. I'm hoping that once my other two plants grows big and flowers, it may cross pollinate, and maybe I will give it a couple of years to see if it's going to set fruit for me or not. If not, I will just sell it off to somebody that's going to work on it. I may even air lay this plant next year and see if I could make it into two plants. I will be patient with it and see how this one gets on, how I get on with this one. Again, I will let you guys know next year if I'm going to get any fruits from this or not, and if I do manage to air layer it or not. And the next plant now is, so these two plants are plants number 4 and 5 of 6. These two are grafted jujubes, fresh imports from Thailand. I received it about 3 months ago, planted it up, and new growth is happening here. And if you look closely, you can see tiny little flower buds there. Nothing's going to come of it. The leaves are really, really small. That's because it doesn't have a root system to support any big leaves. I'm hopeful that these two plants will root in. Jujubes are pretty difficult to root, I find. The imports, it takes forever for it to get any kind of roots. If I were to lift these plants up, I don't think there'd be any new leaves on it. New roots on it. So I just have to take care of it all winter and keep it indoors maybe, or keep it frost free, to see if I could get them to root over this winter this year, and then next year I'll be able to see how nicely the leaves are looking. Right, so let's move on to the last plant. Plant number 6 of 6 is this seedling jujube. I sowed a seed from a fruit that I ate end of May. All of this growth is only 6 weeks old. It sprouted really fast too. Right, so I read online that seed-grown jujubes can start fruiting from its second year on. So I wanted to experiment to see what happens with me when I grow a jujube from seed. I'll keep you guys updated on how this tropical jujube, non-hardy jujube does for me in UK as a seed-grown plant. Right, so that's all 6 of my jujubes I've shown you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll keep you guys updated on all of them in the coming years. Until next time, guys, take care and bye bye.